What's going on YouTube? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dollar. I'm coming at you with Vending 101. Now this is a series about reaching your highest potential in trading, whether it be a $5 trade or a $5,000 trade. Now part 1 was about attitude, being positive, personable, and always leaving a good image on the people that you trade with or work with. Part 2 today I'm going to be talking about haggling skills, what to look for, and what to expect. Now, one real key element is always be able to spend. Cash is a really big plus when you're trading out there, and you really, if you're vending professionally, you want to be at least be able to pay 50% of the value. If you pay more, it can hurt your profit. If you pay less, it can be really rude. No more unless you're guaranteed a sale. If you have someone who specifically needs the card, sometimes you can pay a little bit more. Now, card values fluctuate a lot, so you always have to leave room for profit, and that's why I usually keep the key number of 50%. Always be on the lookout for anything. If a card value drops $10, still pick up the card. The card isn't dead, and it's always going to bounce back. You have to know your trends. Example, I still invest in Reborn Tengus, Goyo Guardians, Brianax, and Trishulas. The cards really aren't going to lose a dramatic value, so it's a really solid asset if the card ever comes back. This is basically like a stock market effect. When it goes down, you buy. When it goes up, you sell. Now, you really need to understand trends. Card values are always going to go up, and they're always going to go down. Be on the informative side so you can always buy low and sell high. Now, if a deck is good, always be able to look out for its staples. It's really safe to get cards that work with more than one deck. For example, Abyss Megalo, a card in Abyss Rising, is a secret rare. It's a really, really good card. As I talked about in my Abyss Rising review, it's probably one of the best cards of the set. Now, Muglacian is also a secret rare from the set, and it's also really, really good. Two things about these cards. One, Abyss Megalo works with Atlanteans and Mermals really well. It doesn't really work off of other decks. You can splash it into water decks, but when you drop a Marksman and a Dragoons for Megalo, you're really getting an amazing plus. Being able to search a card, plus another card of Dragoons, and being able to pop a card with a Marksman, it gives you the pluses that the deck needs to be a Tier 1 deck. Now, Muglacian can be really good in any water deck. It's very practical. Just 5 water monsters in the graveyard. That could be Frognarks, a fish deck, Sea Serpents, Diva Control, Mermal Pures, or Atlantean Pures. The card is very versatile. So I really think you ought to keep that in mind this weekend when you're out there at the YCS or at a regional or just at a locals when people are talking about the cards or selling the cards or trading the cards. Again, always stay really, really positive when you're working out there. And if you really can't get the card that you want at the time, move on. This isn't about hoarding. This is about making a serious trend towards vending trading card games, professionally or as a hobby. Do it right and success is guaranteed along with a lot of practice and dedication. Segment 3 is going to be up next Wednesday, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any constructive criticism, leave a comment below, and I really appreciate everyone who watches this. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dollar out.